Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
I'm Gianna.
I'm Jason.
Happy Friday!
Oh my gosh. Who would have thought today would be Friday?
I did. Today we're talking about 1%. The 1%ers.
Yes, that's me.
Not that kind of 1%. We're talking about incrementally getting better every day by 1%.
I'm a 1%er then.
No, now listen to the math, because when I heard this math, sometimes it doesn't make sense to me. But if you incrementally get better by 1% every single day, by the end of the year, that equals 37 times. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, there's 365 days a year, there's 52 weeks. How am I getting 37 times? Jason's gonna...
7% a week times 52 weeks is 37 times better.
That's the Alabama math.
So if you're a $1,000 player on January 1st,
yes,
on December 31st, you're a $37,000 player.
If you incrementally improve 1%.
Improve 1% every day.
How do you measure that, though?
Well, it's compounding.
But how do you measure whether or not you've improved 1%?
What you need to do is decide, just make a commitment that you're going to pick one thing that you know will make you a better person in life.
Yes.
In whatever you want to improve on.
Okay.
And commit to that. And if you commit to it over a length of time,
yes.
So like I like to commit to something for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to try it. And I know I'm going to get better at it, but I want it to make me a better person as well.
Okay, so what is that thing for you? What is one thing that you can commit to and every single day? Because here's the problem. I think sometimes we set these goals in our minds. We think, oh, I got to get in shape. And for me, getting in shape means I need to get on a really strict diet and I need to work out an hour a day.
Let me cut out everything that I love about food.
I need to lift weights. I need to do, cardio, exercise. And it feels almost like I'm trying to do too much. Whereas if I just cut out soda.
You know what's funny?
Cut out sugar. All of a sudden, I'm like, wow, you know what? My pants are starting to fit again.
So, my friend Hugh's brother's son.
Yes, okay.
So, Cody's son, Cole, was trying to do 400 push-ups a day.
Okay.
And he's like 10 or 12.
10 or 12 push-ups?
No.
Or 10 or 12 days?
He's like 10 years old.
Oh, he's 10 years old.
And he's trying to do 400 push-ups a day.
Okay.
And he's having trouble pushing out like 20.
Yeah. It feels like when we set goals that are so large.
I was like, how long have you been trying this? He's like, this is just a new goal. I was like, well, you're starting out kind of big. And I was like, how are you breaking that down?
You're setting yourself up for failure. I hate to say that because there is no failure. There is no failure. There's only feedback. But the feedback I would like to give Jason's best friend's son, who's only 10, I would like to tell him.
Well, we broke it down into small goals. And I was like, in a week, you could get to 400. But it's all about building that muscle.
In 1 week?
Well, I don't know.
He
probably can. He is athletic.
I would maybe go to 40. I would say 40. If we do 10 today and then maybe 20 tomorrow, I still think that's a big jump.
It's going to be that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not a workout person.
We try to eat the whole elephant. That's what I'm saying.
I can do it.
We're like, oh yeah.
My eyes are bigger than my stomach.
And here's the thing. We overestimate what we can do in one day. I do this all the time. I make a to-do list that's like 5 pages long. And I overestimate what I can do in a day. I think, I have an hour. I'm going to write a speech, do the laundry, clean the floors, and give Tater a bath.
And write 5 thank you notes.
All in 1 hour. And I think, I can do that. And if I don't get it done, I'll stay up a little extra late and I'll get it done. We overestimate what we can do in one day. But on that same note, or on the other side of the coin, we underestimate what we can do in a year. And just to prove it to you, Jason and I this morning, we were looking at our Audibles account, which is the books on tape. We have listened to
6 months.
Almost 6 months. It's like
We're
5 months
11 hours shy of 6 months.
of books.
That's 282,000 minutes.
So I'm like, what? We've listened to how much? We've listened to, and we both have done this. We both have done this. So to put that in perspective, I think, oh my gosh, like we've taken pretty much half of a year and said, I'm going to read 24 hours a day for 6 months. Don't bother me. Put a do not disturb sign
But that's
on the
one of those things
door.
where when you start something that's going to make you incrementally better, reading has made me incrementally better,
It
and
has.
it's compounded. So BJ says a gratitude practice. Yes, because
And
that opens you up to opportunities.
And if you do just a little bit every single day, then you start training your brain to look for the good. And
I've got
what happens
goosebumps
there
because it's so powerful.
is it becomes exponential. And when you start looking for the good, then there's more good to look for. And it's like, whoa, how did I just do that? I controlled all of the great things that are happening around me. Well, it's because we've changed what we're looking for. What you look for is what you're going to find.
Yeah, Rita said moderation and moderation. So slowing down to speed up, that is huge. Like you're talking about trying to fit in all those things in 1 hour.
Yes.
That's like trying to eat the whole elephant. No, let's slow down and pick that one thing. Like I was listening to a friend of mine the other day, and he was saying, what I do is I pick one thing and I say, I'm going to commit to 30 minutes a day on this for 30 days. That's 900 intentional focused minutes. And in 30 days, I've got 900 intentional focused minutes. There's no way I can't get better. There's no way I can't get better at what I'm trying to accomplish here.
I think really it comes down to awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put it like that, when you say, hey, I want to try to get good at a new hobby, or I want to try to learn something new, and you spend 30 days for 30 minutes and you really get intentional.
And that's not such a burden. Like if you don't have 30 minutes that you can find, then you don't own your life.
And most people don't.
Right.
Most people are just we're just trying to survive. We're just trying to go through the motions.
You need me
We're trying to keep up.
more than you think you need me if you don't have 30 minutes in your life.
We're just trying to, keep up with expectations. Oh, the kids need cookies at school. We have Christmas parties. We need to do some shopping. Oh, I don't have anything to wear. Like, we're just trying to keep up with the minute by minute daily stuff that we don't stop and say, oh, you know what? This is what I want.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
We don't get a lot of chances around this thing.
So really, what we're describing here is what's known as the KAIZEN method. And the KAIZEN method... Incremental improvements. Every day. So if we wake up every day and say, you know what, I'm just going to do something small to love myself. Something small
That sounds good.
To love myself?
Yeah. It's just... I didn't even understand what that was until the last couple of years.
To love myself?
Yeah, I didn't know what life without pain was.
What?
I didn't know what it meant to wake up and not hurt like my body.
Yeah.
Because I was driving myself so hard. Like to be exhausted and to be just, it was weird. I didn't know.
Because that becomes our normal.
Yes, my normal
that
was
becomes what's
exhaustion, pain, and I don't want to go back
and
to
overwhelm.
It wasn't dingy, but it was
overwhelm.
I felt like the Tin Man, like not heartless, but like it was like, oh my gosh, my whole body has to be kind of worked into motion every morning.
Yeah, you squeaked a little bit.
Yeah,
but so
nuts.
did I. So I couldn't hear your squeaking because I was squeaking louder.
And that's and I didn't think I was younger. I mean, this morning I hit a record for the most consecutive days lived.
Congratulations.
So back then I didn't know what it was like to feel pain pain free, and now I just feel like I'm living my best life even more every single day because I keep getting 1% better.
I love
Holy
it.
crap.
1% better every single day. By the end of the year, you will be 37 times better. So just pick one area of your life and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. For me, the last few years, it's all been about meditation. And when I can sit every single morning, I haven't missed a morning. And sometimes I do it 3 or 4 times a day. I love my meditation time, and it has propelled me into my spiritual life. I've gotten to know God. It propels me into communicating with my soul. I feel like I can sit, and all of the answers are within us of what we want in our life. We just need to take the time to listen.
It helps you recognize the language that people are using when you want to recognize your dream. And I'm going to just give you a little hint. Before you start choosing this 1%, know where you want to go in life, like, so that you can start picking those 1% that's in the direction of what you really truly want out of life instead of what you think everybody else around you wants for you.
Expectations. We've fallen into that pit where we try to please everybody.
That's why I was in so much pain. I was working myself to death for everybody else.
All right, 1% every day. And if you're like Jason and you don't know life without pain and suffering, we can help you. We can help you.
Have a wonderful weekend. Call us if you need us.
Bye-bye.
If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.